Okay, so previously we have learned about a lot of things like vertical angle, supplementary, complementary, right? And all of that, I have given you also the exercises in it, Madu. So you can, if you're still confused, it's okay, guys. You can just like go back to the video because in the video it explains all of the questions actually. Yeah. So again, you can just like go back to the video. Okay, so for today we're going to continue. I'm going to share my screen here. Wait, let me open my PowerPoint first. Here we go. Okay. Okay, please write this down in your notebook. We're going to talk about a lot of shapes right now. Previously, we only talking about lines, like two lines, and now we're going to talk about like two-dimensional shape, but in terms of angles, just the angles. Okay. So here we go. So this is the first title of today's lesson, which is about angles and triangles. Okay. So here we go. So we have types of triangles, and then we know that there are actually 6 types of triangles, but 3 of them are based on the angles, and 3 of them are based on the side length. Okay. Okay. Now, can anyone tell me what are what the names of these triangles? Okay. Silakan. Okay, the first one, what do you think? The one on the most left, this guy over here. What do you think is the name of that angle, that triangle? Idris deh, Idris dia tahu. Idris yang tahu nggak? Tahu nggak itu namanya apa, Idris?
Pak, can I try?
Ya, oke, share silakan.
Equilateral triangle.
Equilateral triangle. Okay, equal triangles means that it is the triangle which has all of the sides are the same. Okay, so very good. Okay, we call equilateral triangle. And as we know that equal triangle, it means that it has 3 equal sides. And because we have 3 equal sides, means that we have 3 equal angles. Yeah. Jadi it represent the equal sides represent the equal angles. Jadi in triangles, yeah, in triangles. Okay. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, next, I'm gonna go to Ali. What do you think is the name of the second one, the one in the middle? Silakan, Ali. Pakai bahasa Indonesia juga nggak apa-apa. Pakai bahasa Indonesia juga nggak apa-apa.
Apa ya, Pak?
Segitiga.
Segitiga apa ya, Pak? Aduh, Pak. Tahu
Segitiga
saya, Pak.
segitiga sama apa?
Kaki, Pak.
Sama kaki. Kamu bisa gambar segitiga sama kaki nggak?
Tahu deh, Pak.
Hah, bisa nggak?
Nggak tahu deh, Pak.
Nggak tahu. Kalau saya susah. Saya biasanya segitiga gambarnya pakai tangan, nggak bisa pakai kaki. Ya, oke. Okay. Nah, ini guys. Jadi, this is what we call ya benar ya, segitiga sama kaki ya. Sama kaki itu in English, we call it isosceles triangle. Ya, jadi, you need to know the name, yeah, the name of the triangle in English, of course, because we're learning math in English. And also we're going to, because, yeah, hopefully I still gonna teach you in year 8, yeah, tahun depan. Means that we're going to still using English in learning mathematics. So please write down any new vocabularies that you have during the lesson. I believe that some of you, maybe most of you, I don't know, just heard of this name of the, what do you call it, the name of the triangle. And yeah, okay, let's go back to the name of this triangle again. The one in the middle, we call it the isosceles triangle. And it is, sebentar ya guys, ini settingnya udah benar ya. Dengan saya kadang-kadang suka error nih. Okay, so it is actually a triangle in which it has 2 equal sides, and therefore it has also 2 equal angles. Okay, so the 2 equal angles are the base. As you know that if these 2 are the what they call it, these 2 are the length that are the side which has the same length, it means that the angle in here are going to be the same. For example, let's say this is like let's say it's 65 degree. This is going to be also 65 degree. Okay. Oh, Bima baru datang. Oke, okay. Baru jam berapa sekarang? Bentar. Jam saya mana? Jam 8 27. Oke, sudah. Oke ya, tadi Ali ya. Thank you, Ali. Okay. So, okay, the last one. I'm gonna go to Akasha maybe.
Saya nggak tahu, Pak.
Bahasa Indonesia juga it's okay guys. Dari S depannya. SA. Hari ini mungkin tahu. Hari ini
Lupa, Pak.
lupa ya udah apa. Ini namanya banyak ya. Oke, saya kasih tahu aja ya guys. Oke, so the third one, tadi kan the first one has 3 equal side. Yang kedua, the second one is 2 equal side. It means that this one doesn't have any equal side, right? Jadi semuanya beda. The angle side are different, all of them, the 3 of them, yeah. So which means that if the name of the triangle itself, we call it scalene triangles, okay? Scalene triangles. Again, please write it down because most of you forgot. Siku-siku, ya, bukan siku-siku ya. Nice try, Danisha. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Apa namanya? Scalene triangle. So it has 3 unequal sides. It means that it doesn't have any equal sides. So let's say for probably, wait, where's my, okay, probably so like 7 centimeter, maybe this is 5, so this is let's say it's 4 centimeter, this is maybe 5, right? We don't know, but all of the sides are going to be different. All of the side length are going to be different. Okay, so we call it again scalene triangles. It has 3 unequal side or no equal side, and also 3 unequal angles. So there are no angles that are going to be the same. I mean, the size of the angle will not be the same. Okay, so this is just a theory, guys. But do you believe it? I mean, like, do you just like accept that? Misalnya, oke lah teorinya begini. Pertanyaannya, bener gak sih kayak gitu? Ya nggak sih? Like I always said, guys, be critical ya. Kita harus kritis. Bener nggak sih kayak gini? Kita harus buktiin dong, right? We need to prove that they're going to be like this. Okay, we're going to prove that later, yeah. But I'm gonna go to the next slide. Okay, so nah ini ngomongin Danisha tadi. Danisha ngomong siku-siku. Thank you, Danisha. Okay, so any triangle containing a 90-degree angle is a right triangle. So I believe you know that because we have already learned that previously in angles. And if you see triangles in which they have this sign on one of the angles, like this or this, right? This represents a Raihan baru datang. Sebentar ya guys. Ini saya catat dulu ya. Tadi Bima baru datang 8.27. Terus siapa tadi Raihan? Datangnya jam berapa sekarang? 29 ya. Oke. Tolong laporannya ya guys ya. Oke. Kalau emang telat kenapa? Oke. Oke guys, selanjutnya ya. Oke, so again, if you see triangle, any shapes, any angles, like triangles and maybe quadrilateral, like square maybe, or any kind of shapes that has an angle, right? And if you see that sign, like a square box like that, it means that it is representing a 90-degree angle, and we call it a right angle triangle, okay? Okay, so an isosceles or scalene triangle may contain a right angle. Yeah, isosceles or scalene triangle may contain a right angle. So we have 3 types. Yeah, before we have equilateral, we have isosceles, and we also have scalene. The one that possibly have a right angle is our isosceles and also a scalene triangle. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example like this one. Okay, so the first example here, we know that this side and this side over here have the same length because we have this sign. Ya, lihat ya, kalau ada tanda kayak begini artinya dia sama panjang gitu ya guys ya. Okay, so as we know before that if we have a triangle in which we have 2 equal side length, it means that we call it an isosceles triangle atau segitiga sama kaki ya. And as you can see that in this example, this isosceles triangle has a 90-degree angle, so we call it an isosceles right angle triangle. Okay. And the same thing with the second example, we have this length and this length also the same, right? Because we have this sign over here. And we have this sign over here, which is going to be 90-degree, exactly 90-degree. So this triangle is also an isosceles right angle triangle. Yeah, isosceles means that it has 2 equal sides, and right angle means that it has a 90-degree angle. Okay. And the last example here, we don't have any same length because there's no sign like this, right? There's no sign like this. So which means that this is a scalene triangle. This one is scalene triangle because it doesn't have any side length, they are the same, right? They're all different. So if this is like this is like this is like this. So we have like different side length. And notice that if in a scalene triangle, it can also be a scalene with a right angle triangle. So this one, we name it with scalene right angle triangle. Okay, so we don't really know, we don't really need to memorize the names for the, if it is triangle. You'll need to understand that we have 3 types of, actually 6 types of triangles. And in terms of the angles, we have acute, obtuse, and right angle. And if we're talking about the side length, it's called equilateral triangle, and then isosceles triangle, and then scalene triangle. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, this is triangle, isosceles triangle, and this one is right angle scalene triangle. So actually, you can like swap them around. It's quite okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay, now we're going to determine the angle of the sum of semi triangle. So I'm not going to go to this one first. I'm gonna go to my where is it? I think it's here. Oh yeah. Wait. Oh, I think it's this one. Oh no. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to use this application called GeoGebra.org. So this is a very helpful, a very, what do you call it? It's a very useful application in terms of mathematics, like making shapes and maybe making graph and so on and so on. It's a lot of connection with like 2-dimensional shapes, like geometry, and then also algebra. We can use this application. I'm gonna use this application to prove or to know the sum of angles in any triangles. Okay, so maybe some of you know, but we're gonna prove it. Okay. So question number 1, do you know what if I add all of the angles in a triangle? Does anyone know? Ada yang tahu nggak kalau ini saya jumlahin totalnya berapa ya sudutnya?
140 kan, Pak?
180. Oke, thank you. Yes, it is 100. Itu teorinya ya. Tapi pertanyaannya, kamu percaya begitu aja atau pernah buktiin? Oke. Kan teorinya begitu ya. Tapi ingat ya guys, we need to be critical. Jangan cuma percaya gitu aja, tapi buktinya mana gitu kan. Kalau saya bilang saya Superman, emang kamu percaya? Enggak kan? Ya kan, harus ada buktinya, bisa terbang, bisa keluarin laser, bisa gitu ya. So again guys, we're going to prove whether it is actually 180 degrees. So I would like you to take your calculator with you. Pakai kalkulatornya udah siap ya guys ya. Ingat selalu siapin kalkulator ya. Ini saya akan tanya. Okay. Please, I would like you to add the angles. Okay, I'm going to show you the angles in here, and I would like you to state the sum of the angles. Okay, the sum of the angles. Yeah. Okay, I have drawn this one is an isosceles. This is an equilateral triangle. So all of the sides is going to be the same. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the angle. So I'm gonna click the angle here, and I'm gonna click this. And here we go, we have all of the angles. We have this angle here is 60. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, guys, so that you can see it. Okay. Okay, we have this vertex, right? So we have vertex D, E, and F, and these are the angles. Okay, so please everyone use the calculator. If you don't want to use calculator, you can use you can add manually. It's okay. What is the angle? What is the sum? If you add all of the angles, berapa totalnya?
180, Pak.
180. Oke, benar ya? 60 tambah 60 tambah 60. Ya sama aja 60 kali 3 ya. 60 kali 3 kan 180. Oke. Nah, this one is for an equilateral triangle. Ya, so as you can see that all of the sides are going to be the same. Ya kan? Kita tadi ada pernyataan ya, if you have an equilateral triangle, you will have 3 equal sides, 3 equal angles. Sorry, 3 equal angles. Ya, dia kan sama persis ya. Oke. Ini berarti udah terbukti ya. Ini guys, ini angkanya bisa berubah ya guys, dilihat ya. Ini kalau saya geser nih ya guys, ini berubah angkanya. Sorry. Nih ya, misalnya saya geser nih titiknya. Lihat. Oh sorry, ini dia udah regular triangle ya. Ini udah isosceles ya. Isosceles, equilateral ya. Nanti yang segitiga lainnya. Okay, I'm gonna show you the next one. The next triangle will be this one over here. Oke, tadi masih ingat ya? Namanya apa ini ya? Tadi baru saya sebutin ya. Ini dia IG sama IH itu panjangnya sama. Ya, it has the same length. Apa namanya tadi, guys? Silakan di-unmute. Ayo. Ayo, tadi kan udah disebutin. Namanya apa, guys? Danis.
Isosceles angle, Pak.
Oh ya, isosceles, thank you Arini ya. Arini lagi. Baiklah. Okay, we call it an isosceles triangle because it has two equal side length ya, yang IG sama yang IH. IG itu Instagram. Oh ya, Instagram saya kehack guys. Maaf ya, kemarin saya add lagi. Saya bikin baru. Okay, and then IG and IH itu sama panjangnya. It has the exact same length. So we call it an isosceles triangle. And we know that previously in the slides that I mentioned before, that it will have two equal angles, ya kan? Akan ada dua angles yang sama kan? Kita buktikan, oke? Sebentar nih, berisik sekali ini, ada WA saya berisik sebentar. Ini ada apa ya? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you the angle here. I'm gonna click this, and here we go. Okay, so as you can see that the eye on the top, we have 53 degree. On the left side here, we have 63 degree. And in here, we have 63 degree also, right? So it proves, right? It proves that this triangle has two equal angles. Yeah? If I move the A, let's say it's still a isosceles triangle. If I move this eye, misalnya ini saya naikin lagi sedikit ya ke atas. Tetap kan yang di bawah sama ya, 68 ya. Mau saya turunin ke bawah misalnya kayak gini. Ya, sama dia, 45 gitu ya. So it will always have a what do you call it? Dia akan sama terus ya, guys. Apa namanya? The angles in here. So I'm going to make it top a little bit. 886. Okay, now I would like you to add. Oke, sekarang kita buktiin bener nggak sih kata Ali tadi, katanya kalau ditambah bener nggak sih 140? Coba deh. Tambahin nih, 44 tambah 68 tambah 68. Buktiin ya, beneran dihitung loh, bukan cuma nebak. Oke, beneran 68 tambah 68 tambah 44. Berapa? Masih 180 enggak? Apa beda? Oh, yang ini enggak, Pak. Nah, misalnya mungkin ada segitiga lain yang akan berbeda mungkin. Oh ya, Danis, terima kasih Danis. Danis di-unmute nanti ya. Terima kasih Danis. Wow. Oke, bener nggak 180, guys? Is it correct?
Iya, Pak.
Ini bener ya? Ali udah tadi ya. Oke, ya, dicoba ya, guys. Karena ini benar tadi saya bilang gitu. Every time you learn anything, yeah, especially things that connects to logic, yeah, you need to prove it. You don't just like take the theory. Okay, the theory is like that, but we need to prove it. Where do you get that, right? Harus selalu kayak gitu ya. Kita harus tahu nih dari mana sih, bener nggak sih kayak gitu. Kita harus buktiin, ya. Okay, so we have proved that this isosceles triangle has two equal sides, and which is going to have also two equal angles, and of course, the sum of the angles will be 180 degree, ya kan? Oh iya, ternyata 180 juga. Oke. Tapi Pak, bisa jadi yang lain Pak. Oke, let's find another triangle. I have another triangle here. Okay, this is a scalene triangle. Ya, kalau tadi kan equilateral, and we have tadi isosceles. This one is a scalene triangle. So I'm going to show you one by one. Okay. Okay, this guy is. Oh, wait. I'm going to show you the angle here. This is 79 degree and this is 42 degree. Okay, now I would like you to calculate what do you think is the angle J on the top. Okay, use the calculator. Where can we get that J? After you get one, I'm going to show you, but I need you to calculate it first. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Ya, silakan. Nadira 182. Oh, Nadia 182 tadi. Tadi kayak 180 ya. Oke. Tadi Nadira katanya salah beda hitung. Bentar. Sekalian kalian hitung ya. Saya mau balik dari sini, guys. 68 tambah 68 tambah saya keluarin kalkulator saya deh. Kalkulator canggih saya nih. Yes. Kalkulator canggih. Ini namanya student TI Inspire. TI Inspire Texas Instrument-nya, ini kalkulator. Kalkulator ini banyak banget fungsinya. Bisa untuk statistik, bisa untuk ya banyak lah pokoknya. Ya. Oke ya, tadi 44 sorry. 44 tambah 68 tambah 68 ya. 44 tambah 68 tambah 68. Oh, 180. Ya, benar ya? Benar kan? Ini ya tadi. Mana tadi kok hilang? Nih ya. Terbukti ya, guys. Oke, nah sekarang balik lagi sini. Oke, let's go back here, guys. So we have this angle over here is 79 degree. And we have over here is 42 degree. What do you think is the angle size of J, this angle? Silakan. Kan tadi kita udah tahu ya, if you sum up equals to 180 degree. Berarti logiknya gini, if you add 79 and 42 and whatever this is, J, yeah, it will be 180 degree. That's the logic. So, but the question is, what is the size? Berapa jadinya, guys? Kok ada yang keluar? Yang keluar dong. Ayo, ini kok tiba-tiba banyak yang off cam ya, Niki, Elia, Sharon, Wino. Oh, Nadia lagi sakit ya, saya tahu ya. Oke, kemudian Arkan, Raihan. Raihan juga tadi kan baru datang ya. Ya, silakan dinyalakan dulu guys. Ini banyak sekali yang off cam. Aloha. Terima kasih Niki. Elia, Sharon, Wino. Oke, Arkan, Raihan. Toilet semua. Toilet bareng-bareng. Kalau di sekolah toilet boleh cuma satu-satu guys. Ya udah saya tunggu ya. Oke guys. Next ya. So, ada yang udah dapat berapa? Gimana? Atasnya ke toilet tapi ntar nggak balik-balik lagi kayak kemarin. Oke, ini kayaknya udah chat nih. Ada yang chat. Siapa ya yang sudah chat ya? Oke, Danish katanya 60. Kayaknya. Oke. Oke, nggak apa-apa, 40 boleh. Danis, thank you ya. Wah, sudah sangat proaktif ya sekarang Danis, thank you. Niki deh, Niki. What do you think, Niki?
Saya belum dapat, Pak.
Belum. Kira-kira caranya gimana? Itu dulu deh.
Nah, itu saya nggak tahu, Pak.
Duh.
Masih bingung, Pak.
Oke ya, saya ulang ya guys. Kan tadi kita tahu ya, we know that if we add the angles, it will be 180 degree, benar nggak ya? Gitu ya, setuju ya. Tadi kan kita udah buktikan tuh ada dua segitiga ya. We have proved that two of the triangles, if we sum up the angles in that triangle, it will always be 180 degree. Ya kan? Tadi Ali juga bilang begitu. Nah, which means that if we add 79 and 42, and then whatever that angle is, it will be 180 degree. Ya, ngerti konsepnya ya? Oke? Oke? Ya, silakan dihitung. Saya tunggu. Ya, saya tunggu. Harus ada yang jawab. Saya nggak mau terusin kalau nggak ada yang jawab. Silakan, siapapun. Silakan dicoba ya guys, dicoba aja. Terima kasih Dani sudah mencoba. Ya, oke. Gimana? Bagaimana? Aduh, ini pada kemana ini? Oke, K deh, K. Mana K? Ada K. Oh, ini ada yang chat nih. Aruni katanya 59. Oke, 59 ya. Kita cek ya, benar nggak sih 59? Let's see. I'm gonna show the angle. Yes, it is 59. Tuh, kelihatan ya. Nah, ini saya tidak rekayasa ya, guys. Karena ini kalau saya pindah titiknya dia akan berubah sendiri ya. 59. Okay. Question, where do you get that 59? Okay, so let's go back to algebra. Ya, algebra lagi, guys ya. Algebra lagi. Ya, Bima, sip. 59 dari situ ya, benar ya. Okay, I'm gonna show you where do we get this 59. Okay. Okay, so remember guys, from now on, from junior high school until you're like college, until you're maybe like working, please use algebra when you are calculating anything. Use algebra. It's going to be very useful. Okay, so assume that we don't know this yet. Okay, so how do we manage to find this, the what do you call the size of this angle? Let's name it with x. Okay, name it with x. So we know that if we add this guy with this guy with this guy, it will be 180 degree. I can write this down as x plus 79 plus 42 equals to 180 degree, right? Okay. And then we can just, okay, so I can, maybe I can just like add these two, right? 79 plus 42 is 100 and, what do you call, 121, yeah. Okay, so remember that in algebra, the final goal, if you want to have what they call it, the value of a variable, we know that we are looking for the value of this variable here, right? The x, right? So which means that anything else in one side of the equal sign, anything else besides the x needs to be removed. So we're going to remove this guy over here. How can we remove that? It's just by subtracting both sides by 121. If I subtract the left side of the equal sign with 121, it's just x, right? And if I subtract on the right side of the equal sign, it will be 180 minus 101, which is equals to 59. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Thank you, ya, Aruni and Bima. Yeah. There, guys. So please use this concept. Again, first you understand the concept of the angles in a triangle, in which if you add them up, it will be 180 degrees. That's the first thing. The second one, if you don't know value of I mean like an angle or anything that can be represented as the number, right? You use algebra. For example, you could just like name it with x or a or b or anything you want. Okay, just name that, and then you just write down the equation, and then you solve the equation. We have already learned about this in semester 1. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the image again. Okay, here we go. So we have this one. Okay, I need you to do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna show you the angles, and please, everyone, I would like you to do the same exact concept like I said before using algebra, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna show each of the angle. I'm gonna have this angle here and this angle here. Okay, so I would like you to find the size angle of this one over here, the M, okay? So I'm gonna move this a little bit so that you can see the size of the angle. This is 117 and this is 45 degree. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to solve this using algebra, okay? Using algebra. Okay, I'm gonna screen up this one. Okay, here we go, guys. Silakan, 1 minute ya. No more than 1 minute, please. Thank you. Oke, Aruni sudah saya kunci. Yang lain silakan, jangan Aruni aja. Silakan direct message aja ke saya ya, biar saya tahu kalian ngitung. Oke, saya masih nunggu nih yang masih kamera off. Silakan dinyalakan. Raihan, ada Arkan, ada Kiku, Winon, ada mana ya? Oke, Sharon, mana Sharon nih? Arkan, Raihan, Alia. Oke ya guys, tolong di oke. Oke, Dadis dapat. Mantap nih Dadis, hari ini keren sekali. Wow. Hari ini udah dapat. Bima, kok cuma X doang? X-nya berapa, Bima? Ya, silakan berapa? Private message saya aja ya. Saya tunggu sampai minimal ada ya, akan saya dapat save. Oke, saya minimal 10 lah. 10 jawaban dulu. Oh ya, benar Bima, save. Jadinya berapa tuh Bima? Benar, caranya begitu, benar banget. Dapat berapa? Silakan, you can use again guys, you can use the calculator. It will help you to calculate anything like this, because from now on, yeah, I mean like in grade 7 and 8, hopefully I will still teach you in grade 8. I would like you to really understanding the concept. The calculation can be done by using manually or by using calculator, right? The concept is really, I mean like that's the base, that's the most important thing, I think. Yeah? The most important thing that you need to learn is the concept. The calculation can be done manually, or if you're having difficulties in calculating, you can use the calculator. Okay. Oke, silakan. Oke, Aziza kebanyakan. Satunya kebanyakan kayaknya. Oke, ini saya udah dapat dari bentar, saya dapat, oh tadi Niki, thank you ya, 59 juga, thank you. Saya udah dapat dari Aruni, and then Danish, Akasha 3, Bima belum selesai, Bima, yes, Bima sekali lagi terakhir. Oke, Aziza silakan K. Itu satunya kebanyakan, kayaknya bukan segitu. Oke ya. Oke, saya tunggu dari satu orang lagi ya. Silakan guys. Oke, please type, tulis, ketik. Hasil akhirnya aja is okay, nggak apa-apa, nggak usah pakai caranya dulu, oke, no problem. I'm gonna show you the method later on here. Ya, oke, Rayhan, silakan yang lain. Iko, siapa lagi? Bunga belum, kemudian lagi ya. Arkan mungkin, Elia boleh, Sharon. Ayo guys. Oke, sip. Udah ya, saya udah dapat 6 jawaban, nggak apa-apa lah nama dia. And most of them answer correctly. Ada satu yang kurang tepat, mungkin dia salah typo ya, harusnya 18, tapi dia tulisnya 18. Oke, so here we go. I'm gonna show you the size ya. Saya tinggal klik aja di sini langsung kelihatan. And yes, it is 18 degree. Very good guys. Yang benar ya. Tadi ada Aruni, ada Bima, ada Danish. Wow. Ada sebenarnya Aruni, Bima, Danis, Akasha. Oke, Aziza tadi cuma kayaknya typo ya. Kamu bukan 118, harusnya 18 saja. Oke. Okay, guys. So again, I'm gonna show you how it's done. Okay, like I said before, guys, if you don't know, if you want to know of the value of something in numbers, okay, you can name that with any variable you want if it doesn't say anything about it. So I'm going to name this one with M, okay, because it's the vertex is M. Okay, so we want to know the size angle of M. So as we have learned before, that if we add all of the angles in a triangle, that will be 180 degrees. So if I add M, add it with this guy, 117, and add it with this guy, that will be equals to 180 degree, right? So M, I can add these two, or I can just like subtract both sides with 117 and 45. You can do that. I'm going to write it down like this, guys. So it's the same thing, actually. I'm going to subtract both sides about 117 and 45. So which means that this is going to be gone on the left side of the equal sign, and this is going to be minus, okay, 117 and then minus 45, and then you'll get equals to 80. Okay. Gitu ya. Oke, okay. Nah, yang udah jawab terima kasih banyak. Oke, okay. So this is about triangle, ya. Yeah? So later on I'm going to give you some exercise about this. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go to the slide again. Okay, I'm gonna go to the slide again. Here we go. Okay, to determine the angle sum of triangle, actually you can do something like this. Okay, this is one of the method on how we can, we can prove that it is 180 degree. So actually we can we duplicate this triangle like into 3. Yeah, you take 3 identical copies of a triangle. Yeah, let's say we have those angles. Yeah, that we have ada tanda-tandanya. These are the angles. And let's say all of them are different. Right, we don't know the angles, but all of them have different size of angles. So let's say I'm going to copy that 1, and I'm going to copy again 2, right? And I'm going to copy 1, but I'm going to flip it. Okay, I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to put it here. Okay, can you see that all of these triangles are the same exact triangles, but I just rearrange them so that I will know the sum of the triangle. So where can you see that it will form 180 degree? Actually, we can see it from here, right? So we know that these are the 3 angles that shapes by the triangle, right? And then as you can see that it forms a straight line, right? This is a straight line. And as you know, that straight line form 180 degree, right? If you combine these 3 angles, that will be a straight line. A straight line is 180 degree, right? So it proves that it is always going to be 180 degree. Jadi ya. Jadi itu buktinya, guys. Ini kenapa bisa 180 derajat ya begitu. Ini salah satu buktinya. Oke. Okay, so these are the same angles in a triangle. Okay, so the angle sum of triangle is 100. Tolong ini ditulis ya. This is the conclusion of this lesson. Yeah, angle in triangle. Yeah, the angle sum of a triangle is 180 degree. Tolong ditulis karena you're going to use a lot of this concept. Yeah, in answering a lot of questions that we will get on the quiz. Hey, by the way, the quiz will be held next week. Yeah, next week on next week on Tuesday. Yeah, next week on Tuesday. Okay. So any question before I continue? We still have one more to go. Okay. Next ya guys. Oh ya, saya tadi tulis dulu yang sudah jawab ya. Ada Aruni, ada Bima, ada Danish. Tadi siapa? Ada siapa lagi ya? Ada K Aziza, ada Niki. Oke. Ya. Oke, sip. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, again, guys, actually, for this one is the same thing like we did before, right? When you want to calculate or determine unknown angles. Remember, in a triangle, you will always have the sum of the angles in triangle will always be 180 degrees. For example, I have this, right? Okay, remember this. Itu apa ya? Itu apa ya guys? Itu tanda apa ya? Itu tanda hitam, Pak. Biasanya itu hitam, tapi apa artinya? In terms of the angle, what is the side of that angle? What is the size of that angle? The one
90
that
degrees, Pak.
90 degrees. Thank you, ya, Aruni. Thank you very much, ya. Yeah, this is a right angle triangle, yeah. I have shown you before that every time you see an angle that has a symbol like this, like making a square, this is a 90-degree angle. We call it a right angle triangle. Yeah, this is 90 degrees. So if you want to know the angle in here, we can use the same exact concept like we did before, right? So you can just like subtract 180 with the sum of those two angles, or we can just do the same thing like we did before. Yeah, sama aja guys. Yeah. Okay, the same thing, angles A, B, and C. Okay, guys, for this one, actually, because this is an equilateral triangle, and we have also made an equilateral triangle previously, right? And all of the angles will be 60 degrees. So, question: why is it 60 degrees? Well, how can we prove that in algebra? Okay, so since this is a triangle equilateral, so all of the angle A, B, and C are the same. Okay, 180 divided by 3. So, or we can write it down this. If this is A, right, this is going to be also A. This is going to be also A because they're the same, right? Because this is an equilateral triangle. So if we write this down in algebra, I can write down A plus A plus A. A plus A plus A equals to 180 degrees. And A plus 3, A is going to be 3A. And remember, in algebra, we can just like do it like this, right? Okay, so this is one way of how to prove, yes, it is a 60 degree. We can see the picture, I mean, like we can see the image previously in GeoGebra. It is 60 degree, and we can also prove it in algebra like this. Yeah, 60 degree. Okay. Again, the same thing. Okay. So how about this one? Okay, does anyone know what is the angle? What is the size on the angle of A? This is an isosceles triangle. You don't need to calculate for this one. What do you think? Ini yang A itu berapa ya angle-nya? Ini isosceles triangle. Silakan.
65 derajat juga, Pak.
Yes, very good, Aruni. Yes, this is 65 degrees. Because we know that an isosceles triangle, the legs, ya, kaki-kakinya gitu ya, yang bawah tuh, ya, dia akan sudutnya akan sama. Ya, we have already, tadi juga kita udah buktiin ya, in GeoGebra. Okay. So, because again, this is an isosceles triangle, right? The base, that A will be 65 degrees, right? And because we know that C is 65 degrees, then we can find the angle over here, this B angle, right? By using the same exact concept, okay? So angle B is just like 180 minus these two angles. These two angles is 65 and 65, right? And then that will be equals to 50, okay? Next up, the same, right? This is also an isosceles triangle, which means that the x and y will be the same. Okay, I'm gonna name that with not with x and y. Let's name it with A. This guy is also going to be A because they are exactly the same, right? So in algebra, I can write down as 130 or A plus 130 equals to 180. Okay, so or we can use it. But I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use this method over here. So I have A, this guy, and then add it with A, and then add it with 130. That will be 180 degrees. So for consistency, we're going to use the same exact method. Okay, so you add up all of the angles, and then it will be equals to 180 degrees if this is a triangle. Okay, so A plus A is 2A, right? 2A plus 130 is equals to 180. So we have already learned about this, how to solve an algebraic equation, right? So 2A equals to 180 minus 130. So 2A will be equals to 50. I'm gonna here. So A is going to be 50 divided by 2. That will be 25 degrees. Okay, it's the same exact answer. Yeah, sama kan jawabannya? Okay, so again, guys, I would like you to please use this method ya. Metodnya saya pengen kalian coba pakai cara yang ini ya, biar konsisten ya. Pakai yang ini guys. Ya. The one that I show you. Again, and please when you do exercises, write the method and systematically ya. Tolong sistematis ya, ke bawah nulisnya. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. Okay, this one, right? This is 90-degree angle. Okay. We do the same thing. Okay, well, we're going to do the same exact method. And I'm not going to use A and B because they are the same, right? This is an isosceles triangle. So if this is A, this is also going to be A, right? I'm gonna move that. This name B actually is fine, but I'm gonna use A because we know exactly that they are going to be the same. Okay, so you don't. Please don't write that down. Okay, this is going to be 45, but I'm going to use this method over here. So it's A plus A. So A plus 90 equals 180. Okay, we do the same thing. A plus A is 2A plus 90 equals 180. And 2A equals to 180 minus 90. And 2A equals to 90. And A equals to 90 divided by 2. And that will be 45 degrees. Okay, so we get the same answer. But again, guys, I would like you to understand that please write it down. Please do it in algebraic way. Okay, you can use your logic. Of course, you have to use your logic. But in terms of calculating in systematical order, you need to write it down in algebra. Okay, same thing with this guy, right? So we have 27 and 15. So you do the same thing. We have A plus 27 plus 15 equals 180, right? So you can do it like this, but I suggest that you do it like this. So A and then plus 15 and then plus 27, right? It's going to be 180 degrees. So A will be 180 minus 15 minus 27, and that will be equals to 128 degrees. Okay. So this is how you are going to do it. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing here. Okay. So before I continue, we have already learned about angles in a triangle. Is there any questions? Cukup? Okay. Now I'm going to give you a question, some question. Please write this down in your exercise book. Let's do it until 9:20. We're going to do it about 15 minutes. And please, all of you, get your exercise book ready now. I'm going to share a screen to you, the question that I'm going to give you for today. Here we go. Istanbul. No, it's Wellington. Okay, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you a time limit. Okay, for each question, I'm going to give you 1 minute. Just write down the questions, or you can just like do the calculation. And then next, you need to submit it in Edmodo. Okay, I'm going to show you question number 1. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is question number 1. This is number 1, yeah. This is question number 1A and B. Okay, so please write the method. You don't need to, if you want to draw the triangles, okay, but if you don't want to, it's fine, no problem with that. I only need you to write this down in algebraic way. Okay, I'm gonna show you for A, yeah, and then you do the rest, yeah. Okay, so for this guy, we want to know this angle here, B, right? So, and how to write this down, you need to write down like this. So we know that if we add all of the angles, it will be 180 degrees. So B, right, plus 35 plus 24 equals to 180. Okay, so this is the first line, and then you do it. After that, you write down in the next line. Okay, so if you want to add these two, it's fine. I can just like add those two. That will be 35 plus 24 is going to be 59, right? Okay, and then the last one will be subtracting both sides of 59. So that will be something like this. Okay, so please calculate that using the calculator if you want, but if you can do it manually, do it manually. And then you do the next question also using the same exact method like this. Okay. Okay, for these two questions, I'm gonna give you 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes starting from, where's my timer? I'm gonna use my handphone here. 3 minutes, yeah, guys. After 3 minutes, I'm gonna go to the next questions. I'm gonna give you 6 questions for today. Yeah, 6 questions. 6 questions. Okay, aduh, kenapa lagi? Oke, ini yang kameranya ya guys. Ini, aduh, kameranya masih banyak sekali. Okay, it's not hard to turn the camera on, right? I'm not going to take a picture of you. I just want to know that you're there, ya. Oke, Sharon, Arkan, dan Raihan. Raihan dari tadi ini ke toilet nih. Mana nih? Sudah balik belum? Sama sekali toiletnya. Okay, one more minute, yeah, guys. I'm gonna go to question C and D. Yeah, actually, I have just one question, but sorry, one question, number one number, but A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, F. Okay. I'm gonna postpone for the apa namanya the angles in a quadrilateral. Ya, hari ini kita triangle aja dulu. Nah, cukup itu. Okay, still another 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next question, guys. Here we go. Question C and question D. Okay, again, you do the same thing. For question D, I would like you to draw. Okay, question C, it's okay not to draw it, it's fine. But question D, please draw this. So I'm gonna give you 4 minutes for this one. Yeah, 4 minutes starting from now. Okay, go. 4 minutes. Okay. Jadi selesai nggak selesai harus selesai ya. Oke. Ada apa ini? Sashiburi da na. Sashiburi da na. Oke, ini banyak sekali yang izin ke toilet tapi tidak kembali Raihan. Oke, yang B saya balik lagi sedikit ya ke atas ya. Saya kasih 5 detik. 1, 2, 3. Digambar aja deh guys ya. Kayaknya digambar aja ya, digambar. Terus nanti kalau belum selesai ya dikerjain lagi. Lanjutkan, oke? Ini saya kecil dulu ya. Sama deh. Oke. Oke, langsung dikerjain ya. Kalau udah selesai C langsung kerjain yang D gitu ya. For question D, I suggest that you draw it ya. You draw it. Digambar guys. Please draw the picture. Because it's a little bit different, yeah. Because the angle that is being asked is not inside the triangle, but it is outside the triangle. Yeah, outside the triangle, which is this guy over here. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. I would like you to, find this angle first. Okay, let's name that with, let's say it's D, right? Find angle D and then find angle V. Okay, so another hint for you guys is they are supplementary. Supplementary. Okay. Another hint for you guys. Okay. Okay, another 3 minutes, guys. Again, please draw it because it will help you to understand, to answer the question. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alhamdulillah. Oke. Silakan. Nah, Sharon dan Raihan ini dari tadi tidak on cam. Apakah ada kalian ada di situ, guys? Saya lihat dulu ya, kata saya guys. Sharon izin ke toilet itu ada 8.33, sekarang udah 8.13. Kemudian Raihan juga izin ke toilet, tapi itu sudah dari tahun kemarin. 8.50 itu sudah 23 menit yang lalu. Oke. Sharon dan Raihan, silakan dinyalakan kameranya. Ayo tunjukkan bahwa kalian adalah pelajar yang menghormati pembelajaran. Kalau ada technical difficulties bilang ya. Kalau kalian nggak bilang berarti saya anggap kalian nggak di situ dong. Oke. Ya, terima kasih Sharon, Raihan. Ya, gitu dong. Lanjutin ya, oke. C dan D. For question D, please draw it. The one that is being asked yang V ya, bukan D. Ini D saya tambahin aja gitu ya. I'm giving you a hint. Find this angle first, the D angle, and then you find the V. And then V and D are supplementary. Ya, itu adalah hintnya. Okay, one more minute, guys. For question D, I'm gonna give you the next question, E and F, for the last question for today. And after this, please submit it straight on Edmodo. Jadi langsung dikumpulin di Edmodo ya. Jadi soalnya nggak saya tulis di di Edmodo ya. Langsung saya bikin saya share di sini. Kalian gambar sendiri. Terus kalian langsung jawab. Oke, masih ada waktu sedikit lagi guys for number 1 C and D. Actually, this is number 1. Oke, lanjut ya. Oke, next question number E and F. Last 2 questions. Here we go. Okay, E and F also you need to draw, yeah. Okay, need to draw. And remember, it's the same hint actually. For E and F is the same thing like D. Yeah, the one that is being asked is this guy, but we don't know this angle, right? So find that angle first. Where can we get that? From this guy. because let's say this is angle E, right? So 122 and angle E, these two angles are supplementary. So if you still remember supplementary, if you still remember what supplementary is, please just open your book, open your notes, and what are supplementary. Okay, so the hint is to find this angle here first, and then you find this angle, and then you do it like solving using algebra. Okay, the same thing with this guy over here, right? Let's name that with F, for example. F and 868 are also supplementary, right? These two are also supplementary. Okay, so I suggest that you draw it first and then you find the answer. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one for 7 minutes. This one requires quite a lot of thinking. Just draw it first, yeah? Draw it and then answer it. Draw it, answer. You can ask me if you want to ask, but please use chat. Di chat aja ya, maksudnya biar saya tahu kamu nanya apa. Okay, yang mana yang kamu belum paham, oke? Okay? Saya tunggu ya. 7 minutes ya, berarti jam 9.23. Oke, ini 9.16. Oke. Oke, sudah selesai? Belum? Ya nggak apa-apa, belum selesai. Oke ya. So these six questions, please write down all the answer in your exercise book, and then I'm going to open an assignment, but I'm not going to show you the question because you already have it here, yeah. And then just write down the answer, and then please send me to Edmodo. I'm going to open the Edmodo now. If you have done, please submit it. Ya, tolong di submit. Saya pengen lihat nih siapa yang sudah selesai ya. Saya buka dulu ya guys. Edmodo. Aduh, edmodo.com. Nah, 7 Wellington. Here we go. Yeah. Untuk yang misalnya nggak hadir hari ini, nanti suruh untuk nonton YouTube aja ya. So, nanti kan ini kan ada di YouTube ya. And angles in a triangle. Oke. Berarti saya langsung kasih delete-nya hari ini ya. Jam 10. Ini jam 10. Jam 10. 10.30 deh. 10.30 ya. Iya. Oke. Okay, guys. So I have posted a assignment for this exercise. You have to answer 6 questions. And again, guys, don't worry if you still confused, no problem. I would like you to try it first, okay? Please try it first. And please do it algebraically using algebraic method. And please do it systematically, and please write down neatly on your exercise book. Yeah, wajib di exercise book. Okay. So everyone who have already finished, you can just go to Edmodo now and take a picture of your work, and then please submit it there. Okay, I'm gonna wait for about 5 minutes and see siapa yang sudah selesai. Silakan. I'm gonna stop recording now, right?